Alrighty, hello everyone, how are we doing today? It's Isabella here and welcome back to the channel. Without further ado, today's video we're going to be talking about Le-Vel. I haven't highlighted Le-Vel in a hot minute, but we're going to be diving back in. So here's the thing, you guys, new changes have been happening ever since I've been going really hardcore on some specific trainings, teams, you name it, just exposing like actual hidden trainings. I have had a lot of people start privating their shit like big time to where I can't get a hold of anything unless it's actually directly sent to me link-wise. So again, if you guys ever have direct links to trainings, former things, anything like that, I would love to get my hands on it. However, there are several that are still public, and there is this one that we're going to be diving into today that is a training. And before we hop into today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below so that you'll be notified of every single video I post. And without further ado, let's hop into this video. Let's go. First things first, we're going to be reacting to a post that I saw that I thought was really good one to talk about. So I've actually covered this individual by the name of Rianne. I think Rianne, okay, we're gonna say Rianne, okay. This caption, it has her posing in her car, I believe, and it says, I've had people make fun of me for doing network marketing, but that's why I'm making a better living than them. Here's the thing I'm gonna say, and I really think I need to pass the fucking award to Rianne for the most condescending captions ever. Because when I tell you this woman has captions on captions of condescending bullshit, it's unreal. So the first problem that we have is that's why I'm making a better living than them. That's really fucking rude. I don't like when people try to one-up others with their income and be like, wow, guess what? I'm making way more money than you. Okay, and you know what else you're doing though? A lot of other people aren't doing. Those same people that you're talking shit on right now who see your unethical actions are able to make a living without people and lying to them and recruiting them in order to make money. While you, on the other hand over here, get to put on your fun little caffeine patches and make shit up and recruit people onto a multi-level marketing team. Spot on. Then continuing on, it says, I'm busy doing what it takes to create a life so good, I question my reality while they're busy dogging on people for doing what they don't have the guts to do. This is a misconception I see way too many times, assuming people who don't want to be a part of MLMs or who are against them are like they have no confidence or guts to go after what they want. Continuing on, she says, if this triggers you, that's your sign you're letting your ego hold you back from tapping into your actual ability to change your life. Okay, again, I love when they say it's holding you back from an amazing reality. Let's look at the income disclosure statement of Le-Vel just to kind of see what our potentials are, right? Income disclosure statement is pulled up. Again, I want to remind you guys, right now it is showing active individuals that are part of the multi-level marketing company, not including people who are inactive, meaning they didn't hit certain sales requirements, etc. So all the active people at the bare minimum level of promoter, 94% of people are active in there. And again, it shows the 2020 average income annualized was $159, but team building was $650. That's still shitty. So 94%, almost 95% of individuals who are in Le-Vel made not even what, probably $200 on average. 4K bonus, 3.2%. Again, 4,778 are active, or again, team building, 4,580 annualized. Hate to break it to y'all, but that's a fucking shitty number. Anyways, I love when they say that this is an amazing opportunity, but their own income disclosure statement literally shows that most people don't do well. And again, they always are like, no one works hard enough. That's always bullshit because not everyone's lazy, but them always referring to everyone else as lazy and everyone else is the problem. Like, it's so ridiculous to me. It's my thought process too with anything. After so many issues with something, right? You start to pay attention and you can start to realize that, you know what? It's not you, it's the problem in front of you. Like again, we could take, for example, a shitty manipulative relationship, okay? And again, I've been in that position before where like, let's say you try this, you try that, you read the books, you try, you do everything. And then after so many times of trying, you start to connect the dots and realize, oh fuck, I'm getting manipulated, and oh shit, actually, I'm not the problem here. They're the problem that is gaslighting me to feel like I am the issue. Exactly what's going on right here. So anyways, you guys, of course, naturally, with everything going on, New year, it's still January, so of course, new year, new me, new business, new bullshit. They have these new Instagram stories that they post, and I found a new individual that is, I guess, good friends with some of these top people. So this is an Instagram story that was posted that said, the best team in social media training. Babe, you're not supposed to come in knowing how. We've got you more than covered. So apparently it's showing a photo of her It shows a guide, a process guide in order to hit like 4K. It shows like a Facebook group. It says 15 plus optional meetings each week, one-on-one mentorship, we're basically best friends, continuous support and mentorship, a team page and chat, 24/7 help, team retreats, and unmatched community focused on attraction marketing, which is again bullshit. I've caught way too many of these people claim that they focus on attraction marketing when their version of attraction marketing is sliding into people's DMs, making it fake conversations to seem like they actually give a shit about people when they don't. There's a Facebook page that says Relentless Ambition. It looks like it has 1,600 members. I am not gonna lie, I want to get into that fucking Facebook group so badly. I wish. If I can get in, I would love to. If anyone has access to these individuals' stuff, please tell me. Anyways, the additional story says, the money, honey, because we want to get paid, right? The only comp plan of its kind. You literally cannot beat it. It's designed for you to win. And again, this is I want to zoom into this because this individual literally forgot to blur out her commission. I don't know if she forgot or just chose not to. Again, this is still an income claim you are not supposed to do. It says, Dear Kendra, we are glad to let you know that Le-Vel has initiated payment to you as per following details. And it was $4,380.04. And that was posted on November of 2021. So that's a decent amount, right? Again, I don't know what level she's on, but if she's pulling that much for a payment like that, that should be pretty fucking high. So she says, paid weekly every Tuesday, $400 to $800 cash bonuses for all new promoters in their first 2 weeks, and a car bonus at the second rank of the 5K total ranks, meaning you are winning from the beginning over here. $300 to $800 for any vehicle or so many luxury vehicle options to choose from. Here's why this is highly misleading. 1, she made an income claim, which is not allowed. 2, she showed her actual paycheck. Again, not allowed. 3, when they say, oh, on the second rank, you can get a car bonus. We literally just looked at the compensation plan and it showed almost 95% of participants are not even there or making a decent amount, but they act as if it's attainable. See, there's only a certain amount of ranks in the company. In regards to that, again, maybe let's say if you have 5 groups and they all look appealing, it's still misleading because you've like, oh, the second rank, that's easy. It's not easy, it's hard. But it's also really disappointing to me because when she says the only compensation plan of its kind, you literally cannot beat it. It's designed for you to win. I'm gonna be honest with you here. And again, every single MLM can disrespectfully eat my ass. But when I say I have seen so many other MLMs with literally way better compensation plans, I mean that. When their income disclosure statement is absolute shit, I at least see other MLMs that have a better income disclosure statement, right? I see them at least have better averages. I'm not saying they're good and I'm not saying they're ethical, but I have seen so many more. But the fact that they had the audacity to say, we're the only compensation plan that has what, a 94.7% of people barely making shit every year? Bravo. So this is the other thing that really irked me, is this Instagram story says the vacations and friendships completely free earned at the second rank. So again, giving the idea of it's very easy and attainable to hit the second rank when clearly a very small percentage of individuals aren't even there to begin with. But it says 3 all-inclusive trips a year. You have 3 months to earn each trip. Just hit the second rank 2 out of 3 months and the trip is yours. The best part, traveling from the company's dime. These trips are for 2, so you get to bring a +1 always. Each year we have 2 out of the country and 1 in the States. Here's the thing I'm noticing with Le-Vel. A decent amount of their trips do not include airfare. Have some of them included airfare? 100%. And do I think that they should include? Yeah, because if they're going to market it off as an all-inclusive free trip, then it should be a all-inclusive free trip. Absolutely. Do I agree with it? No. I want to highlight, and I've actually talked about the Le-Vel trips before. I have a Le-Vel playlist if you guys are interested, but these types of vacations, the requirements, and in any MLM for that matter, the requirements to get these trips are excessive. Like, let's say for a trip, you might have to sell $5,000 in products every single month. That's fucking crazy. But think about it. If you sold $5,000 a month in products, for example, with your own small business, let's take out a decent amount of that for taxes and for the actual cost for like creating the product and everything. You could easily come out with money for your own trip to bring your whole family and more. Like literally, it's completely bullshit how much they are asking people to do. So anyways, we're actually going to be diving into the real training. So let's hop into it. This is a Zoom call again, and I'm fucking hyped. So let's get going.
Okay, people are still coming in. We opened it up a little bit later, so people will trickle in. I hope that I can keep everyone muted, but whoa to the end of this month. I am like, I'm like panic attack anxiety over here, trying to like make sure that all the loose ends are tied. It's kind of convenient that we're doing this on the very last day, and also to kick us off with just some serious momentum going forward.
You guys, also because I'm gonna be, and again, I'm gonna be super honest with y'all, nothing against them, they just talk a little bit too slow for me, so I'm gonna kick this bitch up a notch, and now we're gonna listen.
Forward into December. Can't even believe we are on December. What the heck? Okay, so tonight's called You Need More Leads. And ain't that the damn truth? You guys, I have seen serious like fire momentum, and then we have seen like the slower seasons where it's just like, you live over there? Hey guys, like, are we still like doing this or what? And it all really boils down to, we just constantly need leads. And I'm here to tell you guys two things. None of you aren't good enough, okay? None of you right here, none of us on this team, we all have what it takes, okay? It's a matter of, I love y'all enough to let you know, you are just not talking to enough people. And that is what generates leads, like conversations, and really truly just being that in your face type of girl. And a couple things that we really want to touch on is just, what does it mean? Like, how do you even get more leads? Like, where should you be focusing your time? But what is like truly working for us? Because I've switched kind of the way that I move, and it's not this complex, like content strategy that I've thrown in your guys' face before. It's actually a whole lot simpler, and it's really working. It's the one thing that I've changed up that is truly working very, very well for me right now. And I went from being almost like stagnant in enrollments to finally feeling like I got my oomph back.
Here's my funny thing though. So somebody hit a point as a higher up leader that they were stagnant on enrollments and getting people to join their team. That should say everything. If top leaders in this company are hitting points where they're really stagnant, that means the business is not selling itself. Because one thing that blows my mind is they always talk about how the business sells itself. It's amazing. And if it's that incredible, then people would be flocking to you. If you were marketing things off well, then people will be flocking to you. So clearly it is not that good, because people are not responding as well if you have to fight to get people to join. And this is something that blows my mind, because there are so many products and businesses out in this world that are able to flourish and do well because they know how to market off their product, and they have a product that is good. And even if they have slower orders, they know how to market properly.
And it all kind
of, hold on. Let's go into the why there and like just explain to them like what you've actually changed.
Listen, because I was going to give you credit. Okay. I was going into the story.
Okay, all right.
So Rianne and she kind of considers me like an equal. Like I joined in, and we've kind of like built this together, and we've poured our heart and soul and grew as leaders, like side by side, and together our teams grew. And so I mean, I don't really Zoom with Rianne. We host meetings together and we talk all the time, but we never like actually hop on like a one-on-one Zoom where I'm like, okay, this is going on. And what do I do? Help me do this, help me do that. Like, we're kind of like right there. And so she offered me some constructive criticism, and it had been so long since somebody above me actually tried to critique what I was doing. And I like got real attitude-y, and it's weird because I couldn't even tell you why, but I was like, I called myself out. I was like, bro, apparently like I just learned I do not take constructive criticism very well at all. Like I just got like sideways with you for a second, and she just like laughed at me, but she was so right. And literally all she told me was, you don't know what you do at first glance, just tuning into your story. Like you have steered away from like your excitement, your fire's burnt out a little bit. Like you can't tell if I was just a random person going to your story, clicking through, like you don't talk about Le-Vel. You don't really like get on and talk about your products anymore. Like that excitement's gone. It's a whole lot of like the mundane, like day-to-day house project stuff, like showing your kids, showing this beautiful life, hoping that somebody puts two and two together and then comes and asks questions. But I stopped being that thrive girl. I stopped being like that in your face, like
big problem, big red flag. So first of all, we can see that she's trying to talk about how she was being called out by someone, right? And how she was being called out and she didn't take constructive criticism well. The criticism was that she was not engulfing herself in her everyday life in Le-Vel, and that was the problem. And my issue is, why are you teaching your team that is constructive criticism? And people sometimes don't know the difference between constructive criticism and brainwashing here. Constructive criticism is, hey girl, I think this is how you can make a post really well. Can I show you? Or, hey girl, I think your mic is not doing something right. Like, again, some of you commented like, hey, your mic is making this fucking weird noise. I don't know if you know. That's cool. That's nice. I appreciate that stuff. This is not trying to be like, hey girl, you're only posting about your kids and your construction work in your house. Come on now. Like, really? So that's a problem. And again, she's trying to allude to the fact of, well, I was just trying to think that if I posted my really good life, people would connect the two together of really good life from Le-Vel. However, she didn't make it obvious enough, so somebody was telling her that she needed to make it even more apparent that it was from Le-Vel. So what does that mean? Talk about Le-Vel all the time. In what way does that sound good? This blows my mind how they think that this is okay, because I don't sit here and talk about a hair care product every day. I don't sit here and talk about my YouTube job every damn day, because it's okay to not do that. It's okay to like post regular things, live a regular life. They don't do that at all.
You could be making money. Like I just kind of lost it. And so I had to truly go back to that. And it was so much easier than I thought. And with that paired with a podcast that I was listening to, and Jessie Lee was basically like, I'm really not.
God, I can't stay away from Jessie Lee. Every one of these top leaders are up Jessie's colon at this point. Like, seriously, we always know here on this channel, any other random team from an MLM talking about Jessie Lee. Jessie's advice is unhinged and horrible, genuinely not helpful. I think we can see people's mentality when they listen to people like Jessie Lee. Anyways.
This loud extrovert. I'm actually a really quiet person, and I'm not this like loud. I don't like being like the life of the party, but when I'm on social media, I am a master network marketer. And I have to channel this like inner ego and be super loud. I have to be louder than the girl over there and 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 over there. And when you do one thumb swipe on Instagram, there's 20 people selling something now. And the way you win people's attention is by being louder, is by not trying to create that curiosity, by just literally saying it. And
no. Being louder doesn't make you more interesting. It just makes you more annoying, okay? Everyone can sell products, absolutely. It is the skill of marketing where that comes into play. Real marketing is not genuinely used well at all in this, because you're not actually marketing off a true product. You are shoving it down people's throats and pushing a business opportunity into their face. I don't know why they think that's normal.
I changed. If you go through like my page, I totally changed the way that I post. I stopped writing these huge, long blog post novels. And I'm literally like, hey, I'm actually looking for, women who want to be like sugar mamas. Like, where you at? And I had 2 people message me off of that. Like, you got like 2 people message me off of that. I've enrolled a handful of promoters, and it's just because I'm like really in your face about like what could be made over here, and all of my reels and all of my content, like all of my lives, like I have been talking about it. I have been showing my products. I have been, showing and talking about Thrive and talking about Le-Vel. And if you guys haven't seen, I randomly went on in the RA page, and I just talked about how you want to be the Thrive girl. Because when you think about Arbonne, you know who you're going to buy from, because it's the girl who's the loudest on your feed and who's constantly showing up, and they're doing it in a way where you can't ignore it, because they do it every single day. And I know for me personally, I have those people and I stay following them, even though I'm not really like wanting to buy. I just click through, but I love watching them, and I feed off of their energy, and I love following the story of their life, and I'm like invested in them, and I learn from them. But then there's also that Mon8 girl that you follow that freaking kills it. And if you're going to buy shampoo from anybody, like, you're sold. You were sold 4 months ago. You're just not ready yet. Like, you want to be loud, and you definitely want to be that girl. Like, if you want to go 200K with this, like, you got to be a Thrive girl, and you have to be like real loud. Like, you got to turn the volume up and know that.
Okay, this is something that I feel like they're starting to confuse. the girl that is confident and bold versus the girl that is loud and obnoxious. And there is a difference between that. And I get it, because, you know, some people will confuse the concept of being a very outgoing and excited human being that wants to say something and wants to show something versus I'm going to be obnoxious, I'm going to yell, I won't shut the fuck up about a product that I like, and I'm just going to become excessive to the point of where I get annoying. And this is why most of these girls' engagement on Instagram, the engagement is from the people that are on their downline or not a lot of people at all in general, because they genuinely don't, they're not providing. And it's kind of sad to me because we're pushing people, and again, these are people that are training a lot of everyday individuals that are giving Le-Vel a shot. And it makes me so mad because we are currently witnessing these top leaders push these people who are not used to being on social media in a businessy type of way or a creator type of way, and trying to convince them that being this loud, obnoxious, chaotic mess is going to get them somewhere. And it sucks because the people, when they finally get out of the multi-level marketing company, and a lot of them have the same feeling where they feel embarrassed. They feel embarrassed of their old, they're embarrassed of the actions that they took or how they talked and how they behaved in the MLM, because it is embarrassing.
The noise that you make in this it's truly what's going to make you stand out and apart from everyone else who's hopping into this, and they are stuck back here still trying to create that curiosity with the sob stories. And yes, be vulnerable, yes, be authentic and share how you got there, but maybe go live instead of making somebody read, like maybe just go live.
I think that the reason that I said this too is because Kaleigh and I were both kind of doing the same thing where we were sharing more day-to-day type stuff on our stories, less. I honestly, like if you scroll through either of our pages, there wasn't probably a product post for days, like days. I'm not talking about a couple days apart. I'm talking about, we probably never really posted it on our feed. And I had a random person message me, and she was like, what products do you use? I know that you lost a lot of weight postpartum, but I was looking at your Instagram and I don't know what you use to do it. And I was like, you're kidding. It was like a wake up call because I was thinking, wow, that sucks. I need to be way more obvious. And so when I went to give Kaleigh constructive criticism, I looked at her the same way and I thought, okay, we're in the same boat here. And we are both trying to, it's almost like we assume that everybody knows, but that's not going to create leads. Assuming that people know what you're a part of and know because you posted it maybe a month ago. You're getting new followers and new eyes on you constantly. And maybe someone hasn't paid attention to you up until today. And if you're not talking about your products or the company that you're with today, then they're going to miss it because your story disappears after 24 hours. And
okay, so I understand where she's coming at. And one, I do agree that, I mean, posting about your product should be important. Yeah. Is it where the real money is? Absolutely not. That we've been able to easily prove with all MLMs. But again, I fully understand wanting to post up your products more because, you know, people would want to be aware. But again, like genuinely think about this. Like it just sounds exhausting to constantly talk about the same shit over and over. Like I have my favorite products, but it's there, and if people want to purchase, they can. If not, that's not a big deal. Having it to where you have to overly talk about the products so much should tell you that they're not as good as they, you know, claim that they are, because they're not selling as good.
you know, when I told Kaleigh the advice that I gave her, something that you said was just that you felt like you talked about it all the time and people know. You know, you don't need to repeat yourself, but your enrollments have gone up because you have more leads, because you're being loud again. And same goes for me. So I read this quote that another network marketer who's very loud on social media posted, and it said, be so loud that you can't be ignored. And that's so true about her. And I love that about her. And I look up to her because of that, because she's so loud and proud about what she does. And she's so loud about her team and just the fire and momentum that they have and how awesome the products are. And she's always creating amazing content, and she just stays excited. And it keeps me watching her stuff. It keeps me keeping up with her. So the idea here to get more leads is you just want to be everybody's go-to. So if you haven't watched the live in the team page that Kaleigh did, you guys need to go back and watch that. What is the title of that one? Do you remember?
No, I'll go look.
Okay. But you want people to come to you with their mind already made up. Like when people message you, they should already know what the products you use do, what they can do for them, what company you're with, what perks the company has. Like that's your job with posting on your stories and posting content on your feed, is just informing people. So when you're on social media, you're aiming to entertain or educate. So entertaining people with your energy and your life and your personality and talking stories and getting people excited to watch you. And then the education part is telling people what you have your hands on again and again and again until they use it. Because like you guys, the thing here is that everybody needs to be confident in what we do have. You need to be confident in the products that you're using every single day. If you take your products every day, it's easy to kind of think, all right, well, I just use this stuff every single morning. It's my routine. And I don't want to post my 3 steps on my story every single morning because they get it, but you take it every day because you feel so dang good on it. And it's changed a lot for you health-wise. So you have to stay excited about that and keep talking about it, because if you don't, people are going to assume that you don't feel awesome anymore. But you wouldn't skip a day taking your vitamins in the morning, because how the hell would you wake up? So you have to talk about that.
I dare you to try and go 5 days without it, because people are having a hard enough time with the detox. Like, I felt like a pushback when we found out that we couldn't take our vitamins or have our shake with the detox. Everyone was just like, hell no.
I had a girl message me, and what did she say? Gosh, I'm having a brain fart now. Where was I at? Hold on. It'll come back to me. Oh, she messaged me and she said that she ordered from me yesterday. She ordered the 3 steps. When I was talking to her, she was telling you, she said, I want to do the 3 steps plus the white labels. And so I'm like, dang, she's got like a lot of knowledge in this. I was like, have you ordered before? Like, are you already a customer of mine? Have you ordered from somebody else prior? She says, oh no, I just watch your stuff all the time. I saw you lost a lot of weight postpartum, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, cool. And, I went to explain, I asked her, I said, do you need me to explain like what the stuff does for you? And she goes, oh no, I know everything. I want the white labels, the ones with the moon energy support, right? And I said, I am doing something right. This is amazing. So just remember that when you're posting, is that you're trying to educate people on what your stuff does. So
honestly, that's something I've really harped on, is a lot of people lack education in regards to health and wellness products, specifically in Le-Vel. They don't know most of the time, which I understand how she's trying to argue how you need to be able to educate people. The problem is, though, is there is not proper education on these products in order to be able to market them off correctly. That's what's honestly really unsettling to me. Like, sure, you can talk about your personal experience with them, but 90% of the time these people don't talk about check with your doctor, which that's something I always recommend no matter what. With whether it's a fucking vitamin, any supplement that I've ever recommended, I will always be like, hey, if you want to try this, super lit tits, but like, go ask your doctor, please, because I don't know what your health conditions are, and I'm not going to just recommend and say everyone should take that. But that's the problem, is they don't directly say check with the doctor. They're like, oh, well, this is my experience, and like, this is what it does. But they're going off of just the random claims and labels. And I think something that we also could learn and know is a lot of products, but especially products from MLMs, they love to harp on the benefits. Most of the time, the benefits are bullshit. Like, I'm not even kidding.
If you go to your Instagram after this call and you self-assess and you look at it and you look at your feed and you say, okay, can you tell what MLM I'm with just by going to my page? Have you taken a picture with a Thrive box lately? It's that easy. Like, that's all you have to do to kind of tell your audience that you're with Le-Vel, is get a box, take a picture with it, post it on your feed, talk about how awesome your products are, talk about the refer to program. Do your customers even know that they can Thrive for free? You have to be loud about that too. We get so used to like these perks that we utilize all the time, but we forget to talk about it and bring it back up. Like the refer to program or the auto bonus program or anything, you guys getting paid every single week. Like, that isn't something that happens with a bunch of other companies. Something else that happened, that when someone messaged me, was she messaged me and I took a picture of my vitamins and Hank was on the ground. And I said, I don't know how moms survive without this. Simple as that. And she messaged me and she's like, what is it? And she ordered, because she's a mom and she's like, all right, I could use all the help I can get. So it's just saying little things like that, little one-liners. I also wanted to tell you guys to post before and afters, because that's something we also forget to do, especially if you feel like you don't have new ones. Like, maybe you started a year ago and you had great before and afters at the very beginning. You can still post those, and you need to, because when you posted them a year ago, all your new followers have not seen them. And so they don't know that you've lost 20 pounds. They don't know that you have gained a bunch of muscle.
I always get really icky feelings when they're like, I lost so much weight with this product. I already get really alarmed when people do that, just in general. Am I very well versed in all those topics? Absolutely not. But I will say, putting all of your results on a gummy, a pill, a patch, I do not trust for shit. Good diet and working out is always going to be a great thing. Or unless you actually like get cosmetic procedures and surgeries and such, you're not going to be able to, like, I just don't truly believe that products like that are going to actually be able to be the end all be all for you. And I truly do not think their 3-step routine is going to be the complete transformation to their weight loss. I don't trust anyone that recommends that kind of stuff. If you want to lose weight, please talk to people who have the information and tools to help you with that. But from what my knowledge is, it is eating well, talking to a professional that can give you the proper guidance to do so, and working out.
They haven't seen like the side by side of your face then and now. So post before and after is post proof that the products work and the business works. I did want to tell you guys, Hank and Mark are like playing in the back room and they're just laughing and it's so distracting. But I wanted to tell you guys how I post a sale. But before we go into that, do you want to add anything to kind of what I'm saying right now? Because this is going to be like a long drawn out thing.
Yeah, I guess I'll go first. No, I just wanted to kind of go back to, I know that all of us, one thing that we all have in common is we have to grow. We have to get those enrollments. Like your checks are going to reflect your personal enrollments and your team.
That's comical. Your checks depend on the people that you recruit. No shit. What have I been saying? What has everyone else been saying? You have to recruit a bunch of people. I love how we went from talking about products to, oh, now the people that you enroll. That's the winner. That's the key. Yeah, exactly.
There's going to be people who fall off, and it is no big deal if you are enrolling promoters and your team is, learning how to enroll promoters. But
there we go. If somebody drops out of your team, it shouldn't be an issue if you and the rest of your teamies are continuously recruiting. So again, that is a part of life. That is what happens with these MLMs, because a lot of people start realizing and get out quickly, which, yay, thank God, that's what we want. But they get out, and the other people that are left in there are like, fuck, I have to keep recruiting. You have to keep recruiting all the time. And even with her vocalizing it, a higher up leader continuously recruiting in order to keep up, how is that like a fun job? And again, one on the top left, I believe, was the one that was posting up about how, oh, the job that I have is just the best and I make way more. You still have to continuously make shit up and lie to people and constantly recruit them in order to even keep up. Because again, you have people that leave. I have people that have DM me all the time from those top 2 people. All the time still.
No one is bringing in new blood and people are falling off because the growth isn't there. That's when it really starts to hurt. And so
new blood? Ew, why the hell Kaleigh, why do we refer to it as that? Wow, way to act like a fucking predator like we already call you.
Most of us are usually only talking like the same 5 to 7 people. And, I had to start realizing, like, when I wasn't having conversations at different points in times in my business, like if I wanted to build my business the way I said I was, like I said, I wanted to travel. I showed my dream board on my page. I went live about it. I was talking all of these big things, especially with my husband, like what I wanted to do with our savings and our debt and all of this stuff. Like I kept finding myself in these ruts talking to.
She just said debt. I want to contradict this real quickly. She has gone on, and I'm not even playing, on social media talking about how she's paid off crazy amounts of debt from Le-Vel. She paid off student loans, something like that. I believe it was her, and how she was debt free. Hold up. I have to look this up. Hold up. I'm going to fucking find this because she is tarped about being debt free, I believe. Why is she talking about debt now? If they were debt free, why the fuck are they talking? Hold up. I'm pausing this. I will find it. Oh my God, I just found a fucking post. Now it's a whole lot of debt's gone, so what car are we paying off first? They're building a 6-figure savings instead of 5-figure debts. Why are you talking about debt now, Kay? Huh? If it's gone, if it magically fucking disappeared because of your business, riddle me this, Le-Vel Thriver. Why the fuck is debt a conversation for you anymore if it was apparently gone according to a post made November 11th, 2021? Liar! Gotcha, bitch!
To the same people. And I mean, when you think about it, it doesn't even like mathematically make sense. Like magic can't happen with the same 5 to 7 conversations that are literally going nowhere, like the same people leaving me on red or leaving me with the same excuses or a different one every time. And so you have to just build that bridge, and you just got to like get over it right now and spare yourself a whole lot of pain of sounding desperate, which at the end of the day is a repellent. Like when you follow up with the same 10 people and you're like, I can get you started for $100 today. And like you devalue this because you are desperate for people to come in, like you can smell it. And so the way that you can change that and generate more leads for yourself is just literally opening up your eyes. Like video content right now, that's it. We have like switched right on over to video content. And so reels, like all the reels, put your products in your reels, talk about the $800 in VIP bonuses like you can make in your reels, talk about the weekly paychecks or some of the perks, like get creative, but use this awesome, like if you're following is not like engaged with you and you just feel like you're beating a dead horse and your story views are like 1/4 of what they normally are, still show up, but also make reels. Still show up, but maybe go live. Create ways for you to show up and show your 3 steps or talk about your business and get in front of people who haven't followed you yet. Like that's where your largest reach and advantage is right now. And I mean, the biggest disadvantage is to literally not be doing them. And video content reels are going to like just create a way for you to get in front of tons of people, but you got to do them all of the time. Like I have enrolled so many cold leads off of just people being like, what's that? Like, it's the first time they're seeing it. And I've never even like talked to this person before. And so do that, do lives.
So again, the social media advice, I get what she's saying. Reels are popping off. They're doing well. That is what the Instagram algorithm is preferring. So if you are a content creator, I always recommend go fucking use Reels. Reels are amazing right now. However, this is something I'm also noticing as well. When I was diving into, and I think I'm going to probably talk about this towards the end of the week, Lily Zaremba and the iGenius top leaders, I noticed how they capitalize the hell off of TikTok and Instagram Reels. The problem is, though, when they talk about their business opportunity or how they're millionaires, there are so many people that sniff out the scam, and there's comments on comments saying it's an MLM, it's a pyramid scheme, it's an MLM, it's a pyramid scheme. So again, we still see people that are becoming more aware of the problems, which is so exciting. But people, like, even if a reel pops up, there's people that are commenting like, nope, it's bullshit, it's an MLM, avoid it like the plague. So sure, you can try reels, but already people in MLMs are already at a disadvantage because people are starting, and again, it's becoming a bigger topic, but people are starting to register multi-level marketing equals predatory, equals ask her away from pyramid scheme, or is a pyramid scheme in my opinion. You see what I'm saying? While this advice, again, as I talked in other videos, might do well for other content creators and actual business owners, this is not going to do well for them in regards to multi-level marketing. All right, guys, so I'm actually going to stop that right there. I think I might continue on that Zoom call some other time, maybe. I might, who knows, we'll think about it. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.